Welcome to the Movie Throne. I'm your host, the one and only King Kansas, here to bring you another amazing episode on this fine Saturday, March 20th, 2021. It's the first day of spring. There's a little spring in my blood and in my body language. I guess you guys can tell because there's a lot to cover in this episode. There's going to be tons of reviews coming your way. They're going to be all spoiler filled, so don't worry. I'll put that notification or that little icon on the screen so you guys be warned. So if you haven't seen any of these movies, don't watch this episode. Go watch those movies and then come back. And then, of course, like always, leave your comments in the comment section and check out our other content too in the meanwhile while you wait to watch those films. But anyways, throwing the format out of the window, gonna do things on the fly, guys. King can improvise. He doesn't need a script. He doesn't like things segmented and structured in any way. I'm just gonna tell you guys certain things that I come across on YouTube land that I might want to mention to you guys, and you guys can, jump in the comment section and let me know what your thoughts. So anyways, a couple of things that I noticed, because it wasn't a big newsworthy week, guys, to tell you the truth. Biggest news that I seen besides the reviews that I'm covering is basically Venom 2 is now moving. It's moving from June 25th to September 17th, if I'm not mistaken. Fast and the Furious moved its date up to that same time so it can, go head-to-head with it. But, of course, smart move was to move, so they moved Venom 2 out of it. So I don't know how many times they're going to move this thing and delay it. But that's something that was brought up to attention. And still don't know what they're going to do with the whole Black Widow situation. It's going to be a game-time, last-minute decision with them. The other big news that it's not really big news, but that I came across was kind of interesting. So I know all these comic nerds out there could be a little upset, throwing their fists up in the air and complaining. Well, it appears that the recent release of Avatar in China, they made the money they needed, and now they have overtaken Endgame for the top spot again. It's a Mickey Mouse back and forth ride between Disney and Marvel. So trust me, I'm pretty sure they'll probably re-release Endgame, and then Endgame will pass it back and forth. But for now, the new king at the box office is Avatar because of that release. I don't know. Do I think it's fair and stuff? Whatever. Business is business. It's all about money, guys. If they can make money and there's an interest, and don't forget, Avatar is coming out with part 2 and 3 sometime that Cameron's filming as we speak. So it's a good way to hype things up and get people, to recognize that there was a little movie called Avatar and everybody went crazy for that. It's late to the party to that one, but if everybody wants to see it, I want to see what James Cameron's going to do with this thing and if it's going to bomb, tank, whatever. Is it 10 years, 12 years, or how long it's been since the first one? We'll find out. You guys will find out yourself. You'll see if something hits with the fans or it totally sinks. Okay, enough of that headline, hot topic, mumbo-jumbo crap. Let's get to the meat of this episode, and that's movie reviews, okay? As you guys all know, there was a couple of movies that came out just the last couple of days. Well, one was a movie, one was a TV debut, So the first one I'm going to tackle is, of course, Zack Snyder's version of Justice League. It dropped on HBO Max, I believe it was Thursday. Finally had the chance to see it Friday. 4 hours straight. I sat on that damn couch and I watched it. My initial thoughts and reaction... Well, first of all, I'm going to tell you that I went in with low expectations, even though I know, everybody else was like going goo gaga over it. King goes, you know what? Wait till you see it. Go in with low expectations, and you'll see how it settles with you after. So anyways, 4 hours went very quickly for the King. So that kind of gives you the indicator right there. I can honestly, safely tell you guys that it's damn good. Is it a great, perfect film? No, but it kicks the living daylights out of that Josh Whedon fiasco. Holy shit. After watching this film or version, guys, Zack Snyder's The Snyder Cut, they butchered the hell out of his film. Like, wow. It's like night and day. The way they elaborated on certain scenes and how, they took the context out of what he really wanted it to be to what we got the first time around. Holy shit. Like, I couldn't believe. It's 4 hours long. I would say there's a good 2 hours possibly of stuff that we haven't seen before mixed with the other stuff. But what he put in the film totally works with this movie, guys. My God, from the opening scene, we didn't have that mustache gate Henry Cavill Superman being interviewed shit. Out the window. Pardon me, I'm yelling because I'm excited. We got the end fight between Doomsday and Superman dying. And as he was dying, he lets out that scream. It travels across the earth and it reawakens the mother boxes, which something we seen them, in the last Justice League film, they just started to shake and shit, but we never got an explanation. We got the explanation on why they were reactivated. Phenomenal. That was a good way to do so. The battle scenes in here, oh my God. Just Steppenwolf alone, guys. Holy crap. Night and day. He looks so damn good. I'm not going to say perfect, but damn good. He actually has a real purpose. He's not like one-dimensional. He's three-dimensional. But oh my God. And then, of course, we got Darkseid. Wicked. He is phenomenal, guys. He looks good later on. The beginning was kind of so-so. Younger version, right? But oh my God. The battle on Themyscira between him showing up and him getting injured and Zeus attacking him, and you got the Amazonians and you got the Atlanteans all fight. The Green Lantern fight, getting killed. I'm telling you, never seen a fight scene ever. If you can imagine 300 mixed with some comic book stuff and wicked like wartime scenes like Game of Thrones and Lord of the Rings, that's what you got. And he executed it well. The scene alone when he arrives in that little like dome-like building on Themyscira to claim the mother box, there is quite a bit. There, I guess an extra 2-3 minutes there. So he's kind of like added minutes here and there. And then to see the outcome and the devastation that fight left, holy crap. We also got more info on Cyborg. We finally got his backstory, how his mother died in a car accident. He had the mother box, and he was aware of it. And the flashbacks back and forth to explain everything. Crazy. Wonder Woman going to Athens, to the Parthenon, Acropolis, whatever the hell that her mother shot the arrow. And for her to kind of like explore there, like Indiana Jones style, and kind of see the Greek writing and the pictures of it, cool. The way the mother boxes were used, phenomenal. Steppenwolf was great. Even the stupid parademons were actually, you felt like they had some sort of brain in there. They weren't just minions and did nothing. Superman, when he returned, was great with the black suit, with the silver logo. It was cool how he came back. They got rid of the whole Alfred bringing Lois to kind of like snap and get through to him. They actually went themselves. They went onto his ship. You saw more of Superman's ship as they decided to come up with this plan. When he reawakens, he gets up, and you kind of see that scene when he's holding on. You can see the flash. They extended here and there, and then Lois is there watching this all going on. Then she ends up showing up and snapping him up, and they take off and they go to the farm. You find out that his mother lost the farm, so that's why she moved. You actually got a heart-to-heart conversation with Lois and his mother, which was great. Aquaman, oh my God. They explored that a little bit more. The first time Batman comes across him and talks to him and whatever, and then him to go down and talk to Mara and all this crap was great. Willem Dafoe's character, I can't remember his name in it, but he goes there, he kind of confronts him and tells him, hey, wake up, wake the hell up kind of shit. Flash's backstory was cool. Okay, unnecessary parts they could have trimmed here and there. Cyborg was necessary because he's central part. There's the one scene at the end, remember how I believe, I'm not mistaken, you guys can correct me on YouTube land, is that he taps into the computer that's close to the mother box, but in this case, he actually puts his hands in there. Holy shit. And then you have the fight scene when they actually go under the tunnel the first time when Aquaman first shows up to help him. That was great. Steppenwolf there did damage. Wonder Woman in this is over the top. She kicks ass. The museum scene at the beginning or whatever, she goes to save those people. My God, add another 5 minutes to that fight and you could see the true depth and what she actually does. Shit that was in the trailer that got chopped up is in the damn thing and then some. The final battle. the way Steppenwolf encloses himself in there, that family that that you've seen throughout the film, that's gone. Thank God. But you see them there. You see how he builds it up, and how Batman at the end ends up going there and shoots the whole place down. That car scene that he fights with the parademons, and when he actually lands and swinging down, that was Batman. We finally got a taste of Batman, of what he truly is, guys, and he goes ape shit. Let's just say that. Phenomenal. Superman joining the team was cool. The fight, holy shit. I never seen a tag team against a villain in my life. Phenomenal. Everybody's taking their shots. Wonder Woman's doing her thing. Aquaman's even getting some stuff. Flash getting hurt a couple of times here and there. Crazy. And just when you think they had a chance, and just the portal opening up, and you could see Darkseid watching, and he's basically arriving because they managed to merge the mother boxes still. And the way everything goes to shit, and the earth kind of gets, it looks like it blows up, and it really takes over, and you can kind of see glimpses of this apocalyptic world of how things could be, and everybody's like dead, pretty much like an Avengers Endgame kind of shit. Infinity War, seeing that Iron Man sees in the future, you kind of get glimpses of that. So this goes down, and the only guy who's outside the bubble who doesn't get the direct impact is the Flash. So you got the Flash running through time, reversing time or some shit to kind of reverse everything, which leads up to one of the best kills in comic book history I've seen in my life. I'll tell you right now. Hands down, probably one of the highlights for me. And there's another one coming up that I'll mention. My God, taking down Steppenwolf right before Darkseid watching on the other side, and Superman gives him a nice little punch, lands on the pitchfork of Aquaman, who holds him up, flicks him towards the portal to go through before it kind of shuts down after they decide to separate the mother boxes there. Wonder Woman leaps up, and I swear to God, as he's flying through, pretty much hurt, chops off his head, lands right through the portal, down on the ground, his body, his head rolls to Darkseid. Darkseid steps on the damn thing. What a finish, guys. I'll tell you right now, I never thought I would see it. And you think that's it? No. You got Batman doing a dream sequence again, going all nuts and kind of seeing all these visions. Why is Lois, everything? Lex Luthor's in it too. He escapes and he talks to, is it Deathstrike? I can't even remember his name, man, guys. You guys, Deadshot with Magnanello, whatever. Oh my God, that's pretty cool. Cool to see him there and do his thing. Then we go to this alternate universe, with the goggles and all that shit that we see in the first one. And that's when we see Jared Leto's Joker show up. You got Mara there. Apparently Aquaman's dead. You got Batman leading those team of heroes. Flash with a new suit. And they meet up with Joker. And for some reason, they brought the Joker along because the Joker is the way to get in, to kind of get closer. And of course, Superman's bad in this one, guys. And he's not wearing the black suit. He's wearing the red one in here in this one because Lois apparently dies and it sets him off. So now he's hunting everybody down. He doesn't give a shit, which is pretty cool. The banter between the Joker and Batman, oh my God. You hear them swearing at each other, like getting really deep there. He goes, you know what? Yeah, and everybody, how many arms have you held people in your arms and they've died in front of you? You were looking into their eyes, and then he throws one comment to Joker, and then Joker throws it back at him, and then you send a boy to do a man's job. I'm like, you said he's going to drop it down and blow this guy's head off. And then Batman throws this back, which kind of took me by surprise. Yeah, and me holding Harley Quinn because of what you did, dying in my arms and making her promise that I'm going to bleep and kill you. That's the promise. And he actually swears. He says the F word, the F bomb. Let's just say that. Maybe that's why they got the rated R rating. I don't know. But my God. And I'm like, he's going to blow his head off. And then Superman shows up and then he ends up waking up or some shit like that. And that was it. And then you got the Martian Manhunter. He's in it. He makes his appearance, tells Batman, hey, Bruce, wouldn't mind being a part of your team. I'll be watching. I'll hear you when it's time. He'll come back and do whatever. So kind of hints at a second and third Justice League. I'll just say that. It was good. And that's how it kind of pretty much ends. Wonder Woman's doing things. Everybody's going back. You got Arthur, Aquaman, going back to see his father. You got the Flash visiting his pops, telling him, hey, got a job as a criminal, whatever it is, scientist. Wonder Woman ends up hinting that she picked up the arrow that her mother shot. Maybe she's going to go back to Themyscira and visit her mother. But holy shit, Batman going back, doing his own thing there. Like, I'm telling you, Overall, I was very happy. 4 hours didn't feel like 4 hours. It was actually 3 hours and 55 minutes. It's dedicated to his daughter. It's a little dedication thing at the end. Some negatives, if I have to say anything bad about it, besides being just a little bit too long and they could have trimmed a little bit here and there, but you know what? That was the whole point. Put everything back in, right? Is, my God, every time Wonder Woman fight, it didn't have the classic theme song from her. It had kind of like this Greek version there, and every time she seems to fight, it was playing. It was a little annoying at times, which kind of pissed me off a little bit. But we got Batman, which was great. I wanted more of them. But they could have trimmed the origin. They could have done, instead of spending maybe 45 minutes of the first half of the movie on everybody's origin, they could have trimmed it down and kind of do like what they did in Suicide Squad, or what they did recently on that on that Superman and Lois show that, the first 2-3 minutes. You kind of give everybody's thing, but I know why Zack did it, because there's no other movies that you can introduce. Cyborg was done perfectly in this one, justice. But, oh man, from reviving Superman, from all of them being at the grave, not just the Flash and thing, but you had all of them discussed, and, and then having second doubts and bickering amongst each other and all this crap. And my God, like a lot of oh shit moments, but the fight action scene, Zack knocked it out of the park. A few little things. It's not a perfect film, but it's better than what we got. And I totally recommend you check it out for yourself. Maybe you won't have to, because I just ruined it pretty much for yourself. Okay. That is my Snyder Cut, Justice League, HBO Max version review of Snyder Cut of Justice League, guys. I'm rambling on. That's how excited. It's damn good. Way better than the first. If you guys were worried that it sucked, it doesn't. Go watch it for yourself. And then you guys can let me know in the comment section below where it ranks in your DCU films, and your thoughts on the film generally. What's your favorite parts, your misses, the best highlights? Steppenwolf, was he cool? Darkseid, did you like how you liked him? Do you think he's better than Thanos? I don't know. It was done well. Loved most of the film, if not all of it, to tell you the truth, besides those minor gripes. Okay, my next review, guys. Well, Disney Plus. Falcon and the Winter Soldier dropped Friday. First episode. It's about 42 minutes long. Stars Bucky Barnes, Cap's best original friend, and his new best friend, the Falcon. Okay? Sam. Done well. Action-packed. The first opening sequence, 10 minutes or something. My God, helicopters blowing up all over the damn place. Sam on a solo mission at the beginning. They're not together in this one yet, guys. But you can see they're kind of going to meet there eventually. You have Sam on his own solo mission, trying to find himself, going on missions, trying to make ends meet there. You got his sister. You got to introduce his sister and the kids. Apparently maybe the husband didn't come back from the snap. They're struggling. He goes back to Louisiana to help out, trying to save their boat, their homes, and all this crap. And, of course, you think with the Avenger status, he's going to get, flying colors, get a loan and all that. Nope. So you had a little bit of real elements there. But my God, the action, phenomenal. Like, it felt like a movie. It's 42 minutes, but it felt, every minute of it was like a movie. Shot like a movie. 25 million episode, guys, 6 episodes. I'll take it. But good. And then we go into kind of like the Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier. He's going through a lot of crap. He's been pardoned, had to follow the rules, can't kill people. Instead of killing people on the list that he's been told to do, he's kind of to go and help them out. He makes one big boo-boo there. He goes after this supposed Hydra guy, with a Chinese background. And with the tensions and all this stuff in the real world, guys, it kind of hit home a lot because it's brutal. But anyways, so he ends up off screen. You can tell that he most likely killed him. For what reason? I don't know. He's still under brainwash. He wakes up. He goes to see his shrink to, tell what he's done and all this crap. And she's like a war vet herself. And she says, being alone doesn't help, blah, blah, blah. You got to be around people to help you get through this shit. And he's kind of like, whatever. So he's walking down the damn street and he bumps into this old Chinese guy arguing with a guy who's throwing garbage in there. So he's like being disrespected. So he knows him for some reason. So he talks to him, calms him down. Then going, hey, I'll treat you to some food. Let's go get some food at this restaurant. They end up going. So you can see that they're kind of like some sort of friendship going on there, and there's like jokes being made of his age, like he's like 106 and stuff like that. And there's this cute girl behind the bar or the restaurant that they work at, and this guy that he's with, he ends up setting up him on a date. So he's doing all this old school kind of like bringing her flowers and shit, and discussing a little bit here and there. That's where he's joking around with her, but not realizing that he's telling her the truth that, hey, I am 106. I haven't been on a date since 1942 or 43, whatever year it was. So he's dealing with his own shit. You got Sam dealing with his own crap. And there's one part that he goes, because he's trying to figure out what else he's going to do with his life. He's, trying to stay low, trying to recover, get out of this habit of killing people and shit. Because I think he was leaning toward, what, maybe I'll help this good friend of mine, this Chinese guy I met, that he knows from I don't know where, but he does know him well. That, what, he's complaining about, he doesn't know how his son died and all this crap. So he's trying to, he's going to go and figure stuff out. But as he goes to this guy's apartment, guys, because for some reason he gets up out of the middle of nowhere to this guy's thing. I don't know what he did it for, but he did it. Goes to the apartment, he opens it, and you can see a picture of this guy's son. And I swear to God, this was a shocker. Like, the doc didn't catch this, but the king did, because the king pays attention to every single detail. Apparently, the guy that he hunted down, that Chinese Hydra guy or whatever, was his son. Doesn't know that, but he kind of clicked in his brain, and he's kind of like, oh, damn, I did that. So a little bit of guilt, a little bit shock. He says, no, I'm here to give you your money, because he said he was going to pay him back for the thing, and he kind of walks away. So it kind of leaves us in two different spots of the two characters. So eventually, they're going to end up meeting together, but you got Falcon giving a nice speech at Captain America. He gave back the shield in Washington, D.C. there. And you find out later on that they got a new Captain America, and he comes out to the end. So U.S. agent shows up right near the end, and that's how it leaves things for episode 1. Can't wait to see when they actually come together and work as a unit and go from there. And if he's going to pick up that shield and become the next Captain America or Bucky, I don't know how it's going to end, but I can't wait to see where they're going to go with the storylines. A lot of name dropping, Captain America here and there, pictures of him and all that stuff, praise. So it's going to be a very interesting ride, but I highly recommend you guys check it out for yourself. I can't wait to see episode 2. So that is your Marvel spoiler rundown right here on the podcast. So tune in next week. Gonna go over episode 2, the details of that. So be warned, it's always gonna be spoiler filled. I give you at least a day to watch it, because if you're gonna watch it like me, you're gonna watch it the first day. You're not gonna wait longer than that. But be warned, I'm spoiling the hell out of it. Okay, so there you go. So now, if you guys are faithful followers of the Movie Throne Nation, you guys are well aware that I dropped a recommendation video yesterday. What recommendation video did the king drop for all you guys to enjoy or check out possibly for the first time? Not to say that you haven't seen it. This movie's been out for 17 years. The Notebook. Yes, I can see your eyes rolling, but I don't care. It's a damn good movie. If you guys into drama, romantic films, and all this shit, this one could be a tearjerker. A roller coaster ride, guys. I'm pretty sure if a lot of you guys have been in relationships, you've been through this some way in one shape or form. King has, still dealing with it, but it stings. But my God, from the old guy, the James Gardner you meet at the beginning, going to the old age home, to sit down and read a book to this lady, which we're wondering, oh, well, I kind of figured out it was his wife, or someone who meant something to him, that he's taken the time, and he's like 90 himself, to go read her the story out of this book, like a love story about these two people, played by Rachel McAdams and Ryan Gosling. They play they play, to tell you the truth, I'll tell you the names. They play, okay, Allie is played by Gina Rowlands, that's the older version, and by Rachel McAdams, which is your tie-in of where this is going. Ryan Gosling plays Noah, which is also Duke. And Duke is played by James Gardner, okay? But you're learning how their ups and downs. Basically, guys, to make it very simple for all you guys, rich society, poor society, hard-working class, non-working class, that entitled to everything, the rich. it's like a summer love story that you got these two young teenagers who meet each other, and of course, the rich family doesn't want them to deal with the poor kid and all this crap because you deserve better. So they cause a little grief. They end up breaking up and they go each other's ways. And he's trying to, he sends letters to her and shit. And the mother doesn't, hides them from her. And she kind of moves on after 7 or 8 years, decides to get remarried. And for some reason, she sees this picture in the newspaper and decides it's a good idea. Let's go back to the old town and see this guy. And she falls back in love with this guy. Things go down, gets complicated, guys. You got her fiance played by James Marsden, Cyclops. He's in it, comes to town, and she has to make a choice, him or her thing. And he's telling her straight up, you live with me, you're not going to have everything you have with this rich guy. You're going to pretty much, be loved, be treated how you're supposed to be. And that's it, So that's the gist of that. The big reveal is about an hour in when James Garner, you kind of get the idea that this lady's dealing with Alzheimer's, right? And the family comes. His son, his daughter come with their kids and meets her, and she doesn't recognize them at all, which is sad. Dementia, guys. And you find out that every night he's been reading to her, and the last 5 minutes she remembers or clicks in that, hey, they're together, and then she'll kind of like freak out and go out of her world. He's been through 9 heart attacks or some crap. And one scene, he ends up having a heart attack or stroke. So they're kind of separated. And she kind of like snaps out of it. And pretty damn sad. I'm getting goosebumps from it. I don't know. You guys will feel the same way. But I don't care. Whatever. King's the toughest SOB on the face of the planet. Doesn't admit, you might have a little tear out of the King's eye. Because it is an emotional film. If you can't cry, leave the damn room. Anyways. And they end up meeting up with each other in their hospital, and they literally, she asked him, do you believe in magic, or magic can kind of like, we can go together or some shit like that, guys? Like, so they end up holding hands, guys, and this nurse says, listen, stay out of her room. You don't want to cause shit. But it's kind of one of those things that, I'm going to be away for 10 minutes. Don't you go near her kind of crap. And she ends up doing so. He ends up doing so, sorry. Goes in her room, they have a little chat, a little touchy, whatever the hell, and they hold hands, and come the next morning, she comes across him, and they both passed away, guys. They went out together, and holy shit, I'm getting goosebumps from that. But wow, does that hit you like a ton of bricks? It's one of those films, guys, that it's slow, it's a slow burn, but everything has relevance, and it's going with something, right? It's good film. It's a set piece. You can tell it's, in the early 2000s. So that's what it looks like. You could tell. But Ryan Gosling brought it. Rachel McAdams brought it. All the actors brought it. If you didn't buy those two in the lead roles, like, you felt like you were a part of that, right? And it kind of reminds you of your own, like, experiences and shit like that. And, you don't end up with the person you always should be with. You sometimes, and then you find yourselves back with each other. So there's that kind of positivity and stuff, but very well done. One of the best movies I've seen like that in a long time. Like, I haven't seen it in 10 years, man. And I went back and I watched it the other night, and I enjoyed it. I was glued to the damn thing. So check it out for yourselves. That's my review. It's spoiler filled. Enjoy. There'll be, every 2 weeks or so, guys. Every second week I'll, do a recommendation and stuff. You guys have any suggestions? Tell me, I'll watch it and I'll even post it, and like always, go to our Instagram pages, leave your comments there, leave your comments down below, guys, and more cool content coming your way. Check out our other podcast episodes, some of our older videos, our movie recommendation videos, which are pretty cool, some of the old ones, movie reviews, movie wars, you name it, they'll work. So whatever I can do, I'll bring your way. So enjoy. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching us, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you to all the new subscribers who joined the channel. Love that. Thank you so much. Keep it growing. The more I grow, the more I can give back to you guys, and more cool things coming your way. And of course, heads up, guys. Podcast Outlaws are coming soon. That's why the beard's getting a little long and gray. Got to get that meanness back in me, and still hashtag not for kids. More details next week on that, so hang in. New content, a new member could be joining possibly the Podcast Outlaws. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to keep quiet on that front, but you'll be thoroughly entertained. More content coming your way on that. Trust me. You'll be happy, okay? But check out the Movie Throne. Check out the podcast Outlaws. Until next time, go check out those movies. Stay off the King's throne. Watch the damn movie. Stop criticizing and critiquing them. Because, the more you do that, the more you become a douchebag, which I don't want to be around or associated with. But, got to calm down. Go check them out for yourself. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode of the, Movie Throne podcast. Stay off my throne, like I said. And I'm going to go for a nice little walk. Take my dogs out for a walk. The demons need to go for a walk. It's nice outside. Enjoy the weather. But when you can't, sit on your couches and enjoy the movies. So until then, be the hell good. King's out of here.